Frankie de Jong. The name itself evokes images of graceful dribbles, perfect ball control, and effortless command in midfield. But this season, something feels different.
Exactly the sort of player that Barca need. Where's it gone wrong?
Trying to besmirch his reputation, I go as far to say almost destroy him at Barca.
Surrounding Frankie de Jong to the point to where now fans feel this negativity and they turn that onto Frankie de Jong.
Under new Barcelona manager Hansi Flick,
with what I see from Frankie, he gave us stability, he gave us also ball control, and he's a
Frankie seems to be operating on another level, more decisive, more involved, more crucial. But how exactly has Flick impacted De Jong's performances? Before starting, you can check Nike Phantom GX shoes in the description. So the German tactician finally unlocked the full potential of the Dutch maestro. In this video, we're diving deep to break down Frankie de Jong's game this season under Hansi Flick, analyzing the tactics, the stats, the standout performances, and asking the key question, just how good is Frankie this year? Let's take a moment to recap Frankie de Jong's journey. Frankie rose to prominence at Ajax under Erik ten Hag, where his ability to glide past opponents and control tempo from deep earned global recognition. His standout performances in Ajax 2018-19 Champions League run put him on the map, leading to his big move to Barcelona. However, since arriving in Spain, the question has lingered: has Barcelona truly used Frankie to his full potential? Under managers like Koeman, Satan, and Xavi, Frankie's role often varied, sometimes as a deep-lying playmaker, other times in more advanced areas. The consistency and clarity in his role were often lacking. Entering Hansi Flick. To understand how Frankie fits this season, we need to briefly discuss Hansi Flick's managerial style. Flick is renowned for his high pressing, intensity, vertical, fast-paced football. At Bayern Munich, he built a football system based on aggressive transitions, positional rotations, and quick ball recoveries. Midfielders in Flick's setups are tasked not just controlling the tempo but also driving play forward, pressing intelligently, and offering flexibility across phases of play. For a player like Frankie, technical ability, tactically sharp, and press resistance, this philosophy appears to be the perfect environment to thrive. But how does that translate onto the pitch? Under Flick, Barcelona has primarily alternated between a 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1 formation. Frankie usually occupies the role of the left-sided pivot in a double pivot or the deepest midfielder in a three-man midfield. One of the most noticeable changes this season is Frankie's positioning and freedom. Looking at heat maps from last year compared to now, there's a clear trend. Frankie is more active in higher areas, involved more frequently in progressing play through the midfield and left channels. This ability of his ball progression numbers have improved significantly. For instance, his carrier per game are up to over 12% and his progressive passes have increased notably. Flick has encouraged him to take on more responsibility in moving the ball vertically and breaking opposition lines. Moreover, Flick's pressing structure often relies on Frankie's intelligence. He is tasked with identifying pressing triggers, helping Barcelona recover possession high up the pitch, and organizing the midfield's shape out of possession. The result: a more provocative, influential Frankie dictating play and defending aggressively, a far cry from the sometimes conservative, positionally rigid roles he occupied previously. Let's back up his tactical breakdown with numbers. Comparing Frankie's 2023-24 season under Xavi to his current season under Flick reveals clear improvement. His passing completion rate has jumped from 89% to 91%, reflecting greater confidence and precising in tighter areas. Progressive passes have risen from 7.8 to 9.4 per game, showing he is more directly involved in driving Barcelona forward. Career into the final third has increased from 2.4 to 4.1 per game, absolutely double. Defensively, Frankie's been even more impressive. His combined tacticals and interceptions per game have gone from 3.2 to 4.7, a reflection of Flick's demand for higher pressing intensity and perhaps more crucially, key passes per game, a metric often criticized in Frankie's previous season, have improved significantly from under 1 per game to 1.6 this year. Statistically, Frankie is operating at this best ever levels in the Barcelona shirt. It's not just the numbers and the tactics, the praise has also poured into the camp itself. Hansi Flick, after a key match earlier this season, described Frankie as the rhythm setter in transitions, essential in both positions and pressing phases. Teammates like Pedri and Gavi have highlighted Frankie's leadership and calmness, especially in big games. Pedri even mentioned in an interview how Frankie's ability to control the tempo gives others more freedom to attack without worrying about defensive balance. This season, you can feel that sense of trust around the youngs growing within the squad. To truly understand Frankie's impact, let's zoom into two key matches. First, the El Clasico. Under this season, under immense pressure, Frankie's ability to control the game, evade pressing traps, and shield the defense was crucial and critical. He effectively neutralized Real Madrid's midfield, particularly nulling Jude Bellingham's pace while maintaining composure in possession. The second standout came in the Champions League round of 16. In a high-stakes, fast-paced environment, Frankie showcased everything Flick asks for him, breaking lines with sharp passes, winning duels, and orchestrating transitions. Flick's system seems made for Frankie's skill set, and these performances solidify that. However, even with all these positives, Frankie's game isn't without areas for improvement. One criticism that still lingers is his lack of direct goal contribution. While his control of play is unquestionable, fans and pundits like oftenly wonder, can Frankie contribute more goals or assists? Additionally, there are moments when he opts for safety in the final third rather than taking more creative risks. The foundation under Hansi Flick is solid. Now it's about taking that final step in decisiveness. So where does that leaves us? Frankie de Jong's under Hansi Flick this season has arguably the best version of himself since arriving at Barcelona. Tactically, statistically, and visually, his thriving Flick system has unlocked his strengths, giving him the freedom and responsibility to be a leader in midfield. The numbers show it, the eye test confirms it, and the phrase from teammates and the managers backs it up. But as always, football is subjective. What do you think? Has Flick finally helped Frankie reaching his ceiling, or is there even more to come? Let me know your thoughts in comments. I'd love to hear how you rate his performance this season. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe for more tactical breakdowns and player analysis, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss our next upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.